The prosecution submitted that within the past 12 days it had presented sufficient evidence to prove that there were substantial grounds to prove that the suspects committed the crimes of murder, deportation, persecution, rape and other inhumane acts as preferred against them.
The evidence presented by the prosecution is credible and compelling when viewed in totality. It is corroborated not only by multiple and varied external sources, but also by admissions in the evidence of the defense.
Prosecution maintains that Mungiki played a central role in propagating the violence that it believes was organized by Muthaura, Kenyatta and Ali.
The police under Mr. Ali's command and at Mr. Muthaura's request were complicit in the attacks by allowing the Mungiki and Pro-PNU to pass through checkpoints en route to the Rift Valley. Despite detailed intelligence, Mr. Muthaura and Mr. Ali also ensured that the police were not adequately resourced to deal with the attack.
Mungiki's alliance with some politicians was not a wild statement, according to the prosecution and the victim's representative. A witness statement by former Juja MP George Thuo was apparently proof enough that a relationship between Central Kenya MPs and the outlawed sect did exist.
Continues, in fact, prior to and subsequent to my election, I was one of the very few MPs in Central Region who publicly spoke out against them. So what does that tell you? Some kind of relationship between MPs and the Mungiki? That the politicians are perhaps afraid of the Mungiki?
One politician did, however, come out to tell of his association with Mungiki, Kikuyu MP Lewis Nguyai, who testified before the chamber in Kenyatta's defense.
Mr. Nguyai's testimony was that he refused to report an alleged crime to the police, but instead reported to, and I quote, the permanent secretary who is in charge of internal security and who has the capacity to do his investigation.
That Nguyai went on to testify that he was Kenyatta's friend did not help the finance minister's case either, according to the prosecution. The prosecution argues that the witnesses' relations with the suspects hardly qualify them as independent witnesses.
A significant number of statements were similarly provided by mid-level perpetrators or other members of the common plan who also have an interest in ensuring that this case does not go to trial. Your Honors, we learned during this hearing that Mr. Kenyatta is referred to as the boss by two Mungiki leaders.
The president and other top government officials, including ministers and permanent secretaries, also appeared to be interested parties in the case, according to the victim's representative.
I received quite a number of text messages complaining about the statement given by the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Mwai Kibaki, on behalf of Ambassador Muthaura. My clients have told me that the president is a president for all Kenyans, including them, the displaced persons. And they do not find it appropriate that he would give a statement for Mr. Muthaura.
And just as the defense teams have been discrediting prosecution witnesses, the prosecution also claims that some of the defense witnesses, despite being of high stature, are not entirely believable. That aside, some of the defense evidence may also not be authentic. To sum it all up,
the victims that I represent, none of them, not one of them, deserved what they suffered. Not one of them caused it, and not one of them is responsible for it.
The prosecution asked this chamber to confirm the charges and to commit Francis Muthaura, Uhuru Kenyatta, and Hussein Ali to trial.
Which now leaves the ball in the court of ICC Pre-Trial Chamber 2 judges, Ekaterina Trendafilova, Hans-Peter Kaul, and Kuno Tarfusa. Sylvia Chebet, Citizen Live at 9.